Alright guys, you're welcome to the tutorial, number 1 gigs hub here. So very simply, I'm going to show you guys how you can connect to your live hosting service you've subscribed to with your FTP client. You could use FileZilla, you could use, there are many other FTP clients out there. You have Core FTP and all, but I'm going to be using FileZilla for this tutorial. And then if you have a subscribed hosting plan somewhere, fine, but I'm going to be using Infinity Free, and yeah, that's going to be about it. So I'm going to log into my Infinity Free account. That's the first thing. I am thinking that you'd have created that, so I'm not going to go into that. I'll just sign in. First of all, sign in. So and then I'm gonna just paste this guy, and yeah, you can do that, keep you logged in and sign in. And then after we do that, we can look at our dashboard, and then we can create whatever account we want. In this case, I would create something that I wanted to create, but just create a new one, a free one. Close this guy. So just create an account anyways, do all the whole verification, and then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your FTP client, and then you're going to be imputing some of those values in the field. So let me just I always like okay, let me do 42web.io. So I want to say clickable trade clickable, so trade clickable, which is a real project so check availability, and I think it's there. So trade clickable with that, and then auto generate username, and then email consent, I approve, yes, fine, fantastic, and let's create that. So we've created that, and yes, it could take a couple of minutes to create this account. And once it creates the account, then we can now go up and do whatever it is that we want. Okay, so let's go. So take a couple of minutes to just guys, you hang in there. And meanwhile, while it's doing this, let's go to our FTP client. This is FileZilla. And as you can see, it's very, very direct and plain to the point. Here we have the connection details to the live server, and whatever is happening on the live server, and whatever connection is details is happening will be revealed here. And this is the remote site, meaning when it connects to the live server, then whatever it is that is on the live server, the file system or whatever, will be displayed here. Now we've not connected to any server. This is our local file system here, and here is where it processes the transfer from the local to the live. If we wanted to add a connection, we'll just simply come here, and then you can see I have a couple of connections here already, and then we're going to create one. And when we create whatever it is that we want, we can put in the values and all that and everything. So let's just close this, and then we'll go ahead and move forward. Okay, so we're 3 minutes in. So let me go live, and let's say, okay, yeah, so our account has been created. So the next thing we're going to do is to do control panel. So when we do control panel, we'll say approved. That's very nice. What we're trying to do is we want to actually connect live, and we want to see that we've connected to test it, and then we'll install the live version of WordPress. That's what we want to do in this video. So first thing first, I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go to FTP details. Okay, I just want to connect this guy, so I'm going to copy the username. I'm going to do new one, a new site here. I would say trade clickable. So that's the name of the site, trade clickable. So I'm going to come here, username, I'm going to paste the username. The host is ftpupload.net, and if it doesn't work, you could use the IP for it. That's fine, and then let me copy this as well. So I'm copying the password, and I think that's about it. If I connect it, then it's going to establish the connection, and it says I've logged in, and it will retrieve the directory listing. If, for example, you're trying to connect and it doesn't connect using this, using the host name, you could actually go to get the IP for that. So if I come here now, let's say I come here, let me close this guy. You could get the IP. Okay, the IP is not listed here, but you could actually get the IP address for that and then use that instead, and that will be just fine. I'll show you guys that probably in some other video. So right now I've connected, and yes, I can see my remote site. We have it here, but how do we actually know we are connected? Okay, so I'm going to just quickly do. Yeah, so I was at the file manager for that interruption, excuse me, and we're trying to actually test whether we are connected to the remote site here. I'm going to reconnect this. I'm going to connect it back. It says yes, so I'm going to connect it back, and then we're going to test it. Okay, so I created this file. I'm going to create another one. I'll say new file. I'll say the test2.php, and then I'll say okay. So first of all, the way I can actually know that this file exists and it's connected is if I do go to the remote site via the FTP. I could see test and test2. This means that we're actually looking at the listing of the documents, or the htdocs folder, excuse me, on our live server. So that shows that we've actually connected. We can actually push from local to live. So let me just say I want to push probably a file from local to live. Let me just look for any file right there and push. So let me just do this background. Let me see, I want to do background, and I want to push it here. You can see the status here. It's loading, and yes, it's pushed it. So we have it here. We have it here. If in fact, if we check our domain name that is on the URL, and then we type that, we're going to have that actually. So if I say www.42web.io/background, it's going to give us that. Can you see? So we already have it, and we've tested that. We've actually pushed something from local to live so that it works perfectly. So the next thing I wanted to show you guys is just, I wanted you guys to install something on the live server. So I wanted you guys to install WordPress. So you just go down in your cPanel, and you go to your Softaculous installer, and then you just click on WordPress and install a copy of WordPress. So just click on install here. It's on WordPress, and give it whatever it is that you want here. Okay, just give it whatever it is that you desire. So I'm just going to say it's going to install WordPress here. The site name, no, I want to say trade clickable. So yeah, that's what I want. My admin username, admin, and then I can always change this password later. Let me say admin. Just for sample 6. So I'm going to install that, and it's installing. And when it's installed, we'll go back to our site and see what it looks like. So fantastic, it's live now. So when we click, we'll see trade clickable, and we have it installed live. So when you go to www.tradeclickable.42, whatever, yada yada yada, you're gonna have that. So I think that's just going to be the end of the video. I want you guys to try and implement it. So try and implement it. So that's just going to be it. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.